Hello, amazing art friends. Today we're going to draw a gnome inspired by the book Gnome by Fred Blunt. I'm going to start by making my paper tall like a door. A little above halfway, I'm going to draw a rectangle. And this rectangle is going to be long, not tall. This is going to be the brim of my gnome's hat. Next, we're going to move all the way to the top of the page. Centered above the brim of my hat, I'm going to draw a small circle. That's going to be the top of my gnome's hat. Finally, I'm going to connect the brim of the hat to the top of the hat with two slightly curving diagonal lines. Now that our hat is completed, let's get started on our gnome's face. And there's not much to draw here. I'm going to start by drawing a nose. It's just going to be a circle drawn overlapping the bottom line of my rectangle. That nose is going to be right in front of my silly gnome's hat, so we're going to have to erase that line in the middle. Once that nose is the shining star it was meant to be in front of our hat, we'll give our gnome a smile. And of course, you're free to draw it just like mine, or a different way if you like that best. Or maybe your gnome is frowning, because he's cantankerous. Alright, off to draw our gnome's body. We're going to make our gnome round, so starting from the bottom left corner of my rectangle, I'm going to curve around and match it to the bottom right corner of my rectangle. Boom! Gnome body draws it better. Get it? Moving on. Let's give our gnomes some arms. I'm going to start on the same point I just ended on, that bottom right corner. I'm going to draw a shape that resembles the letter J. And of course our gnome has two arms, so I'm going to repeat that on the opposite side as well. Do not tell your teacher you've been practicing the backwards letter J. Alright, now let's give our gnome a thumb, which is super simple because it's just a letter U inside my letter J. And then I'm going to draw two little lines here to represent the gnome's sleeves. And if you're feeling like having a mild amount of extra fun, you should definitely draw your gnome holding something. I think I'll give him a magic wand. Alright, before we get carried away, let's come back and draw our gnome's beard. Again, I'm going to start on the bottom left corner of my rectangle, and I'm going to draw a squiggly line curling and swirling all over the place until it reaches the bottom middle of my circle. Then I'll find myself up on the bottom right side of my rectangle, and I'm going to draw another curling, swirling, weaving line that matches my first line at the bottom middle of my circle. Look at that fluffy beard! And since our gnome is sitting, we're going to finish it off by drawing two little feet coming out from the bottom of his body. And again, we're going to want to erase that line that it's overlapping. All right, artists, the rest is up to you. Draw a scene around your gnome. Have fun. Get creative. And don't forget to be a little magical. When you're done, outline your work in permanent marker and color it with the materials of your choice. Thanks for joining me, artists. Have fun.